Hey guys, it's Nick. Thanks for tuning in, and welcome back to Day 2, Game 4 for Brawl Bash 2014. And for me, this is when shit starts getting weird, because it's just, I don't know, too much Warhammer at this point. Maybe. Just maybe. But this game we're going up against some Empire, which I don't mind this matchup. Yeah, cannons are annoying, but I really don't mind this matchup. I usually don't mind playing against Empire. I usually have a fun time, and I usually do pretty well against them. But we'll see what happens this time. So I use card number 1, which is an extra 500 points for controlling the most table quarters with units of fortitude. And the special rule, and this is why I used it against Empire, is I get 1 Vanguard for a core unit or hero. So I figured with Empire, there's going to be some shooting, some cannons and stuff. I'm going to drop the Storm Batter. I want to get up there real quickly. So I'm going to use Vanguard. We'll have fun with it. My opponent uses card number 2, Death and Glory, 500 victory points for keeping your most expensive unit or model on the battlefield. And then he automatically gets to go first, which is fine. I'm actually happy with that because if I'm going to be vanguarding, I want to be able to charge on turn 1. The only thing this blurry picture is able to tell me is both of my Warp Lightning engineers have Warp Lightning. And then my opponent gets light spells, and from what I remember, he got Time Warp and I think Phos Protection. I forgot the other two. Maybe Speed of Light. So this scenario, you cut the table into thirds, and you have to put at least 2 units in each one, which is not a big deal because I've got giant rats and slaves and whatnot. So you can see I started over here on the left. The gut runners are not on the table yet, but I've got slaves and giant rats in the far left. Then I have these giant rats right here in the middle. Hell Pit's all the way over there to the left. So I have a pretty standard deployment until I decide to put the slaves down over here. And instead of putting everything in between the slaves, I just heavy load the right side. My intentions here were to give those Storm Vermin Vanguard so they could sweep around the right side of that building. The Bell unit can hug along the building, use that building to protect my flanks, slaves to protect the Bell unit's flanks. So it's a crazy maneuver. My opponent looked at me and he's like, "What are you doing?" And I, pretty much said out loud, "I don't know what I'm doing." So here is the battlefield. It's the same terrain setup as the last game because I'm on the same exact table. And we have, from no order particular, just roster order because I'm going to read it aloud, an Arch Lector. He's got Crown of Command, Sword of Striking, Armor of Destiny. He's on foot. We've got Battle Wizard on foot. And we have another Battle Wizard on foot. So one's a level 4, one's a level 1. And then we have Luther Huss in the cavalry unit to the left here on the screen, 2 Master Engineers, a Captain of the Empire, that's the BSB, and he has the White Cloak of Ulick, so he's got a 5 up board save and then a 2 up versus Flaming. For State Troops, we've got 45 Halberdiers. Knightly Order, we've got 11. This way, Luther Huss makes it 12. Then we have a unit of Demi-Griffs. War Machines, we got Great Cannon, Great Cannon. We have a unit of Pistoliers, we have a Steam Tank, a Hellblaster Valley Gun, a Hellblaster Valley Gun, and another unit of Pistoliers. So I don't have a picture of this, but as I mentioned to the far right, my Storm Vermin are going to Vanguard all the way up to that little wall there. The funny thing is there's a Pistolier unit right in front of me, so we have to roll off to see who Vanguards first. He wins, he moves the guys all the way up to the building, so now I don't get to Vanguard my 12 inches, which sucks. And then during his first turn, he goes ahead and moves the Pistoliers again completely in the opposite direction. This way he just, nullified my Vanguard, and that was, the end of my card. But we'll move on from my gamble there, and we'll move into Empire turn 1. So he gets Misfire, I guess, on the Steam Tank and suffers 3 wounds, so it's a good start. And here's the rest of the movement phase. So the Knights on the far left move up enough that the Hell Pit's not going to hit them. We have the big block of Halberdiers and then the smaller unit of Halberdiers. The Pistoliers come up here to shoot my Giant Rats. They only actually kill 1 guy. You can see that there's 1 guy missing. And yeah, everything else just kind of shuffles around. We have 5 free company guys, or 5 free the bowmen, just going to run up and get in the way. And just to backtrack, since I wasn't able to vanguard my Storm Vermin, I vanguarded that rat unit that's sitting next to the building. This way on my turn 1 I can charge him into the Hellblaster Volley Gun. So I did make use of the card, just not my my plan. So with the storm banner down, nothing much goes on. We move into Skaven turn 2 already, so I march those storm banner up all the way. The bell unit's going to swing around, and the hell pit commits to going around the right side of the building, which is good. I don't want to go around the left because now the Doom Wheel should be able to hit the steam tank. You can see Malorian's trolls make a cameo here on the right. Over here, the giant rats both issue charges onto the Pistoliers, and I'm actually able to run them down, surprisingly. The Hell Pit goes ahead and runs forward, so he's going to get charged by the Knights. And these slaves over here, I don't know what I'm really going to be doing with them, because they have no engineer, so their leadership right now is 5 without a reroll. Hopefully they'll just chaff up the Knights after the Knights kill the Hell Pit. Who knows? And here's just a shot again of the whole field. The Warpfire Thrower moves into the building. There's nothing to shoot at first turn, and odds are I'll not be able to shoot on a 50% chance, so I'll be able to get a nice range from there of all sorts of things to shoot when it's my turn. I forgot to mention the Giant Rats do make that charge into the Heliblaster Volley Gun. They get it. I'm pretty sure I used my lucky 7 card, or my lucky whatever lucky day card, so I rolled a 7 and automatically got in, because it was a charge I wanted to get, plus I knew I wasn't going to remember to use the card any other time. This isn't the best opportunity to use it, but any chance I can get a Hellblaster Volley Gun out of the game, I'll take it. Oh, and Warp Lightning does a wound to the Steam Tank, so it's got 4 wounds on him. I roll up Strength 8 for the Doom Wheel, but I kill 3 archers because the archers are 19.5 inches away and the Steam Tank is 20. What I could have done is rolled up each one individually and see which side my opponent pulled the archers from, but he was smart and pulled them all from the left side. This way that closest guy is still the closest, so that's a waste of a Doom Wheel bolt. Over here I kill a crew member and I lose a rat, so I win by 1, but I'm pretty sure they stick. And they get charged by the Pistoliers now in Empire turn 2. So my initiative's higher, so I'm just going to attack the Hellblaster Volley Gun, get that out of commission. The Steam Tank goes ahead and charges into the Doom Wheel, and we have that one archer just kind of chilling out now. The remaining moves, the Halberdiers and Halberdiers move up. And then over to the left flank, the Hell Pit is charged. The Demigriffs over here have been backing up. They don't want to deal with the Hell Pit or get zapped by the Doom Wheel, so they're just kind of staying in reserves at the moment. Over here he gets Phos Protection and Speed of Light onto these guys, so that's not fun. I'm pretty sure these got through because I focused down the prayer that gives flaming attacks. If there is a prayer that gives flaming attacks, I'm pretty sure that's the one I got rid of, so free 2 spells. The Storm Banner's still going, so there was a lot of cannons not firing, thank God. Like, the cannons have not fired at all this game. This is 2 turns in. The Hellblaster Volley Gun doesn't have any targets, and then me being a nice guy says, hey, well, there is the Warpfire Thrower sitting in the building, so it becomes like 8s to hit with the -2 and the long range and the hard cover. But somehow he gets a wound and kills it. 1 wound got through. So that's what you get for being a nice guy. This template weapon could have blown up that giant unit of halberdiers, so my template weapons don't work out too well this game, you'll see. You will see. In this combat over here, I go ahead and kill the crew, and then the Pistoliers, I guess, don't kill my guys, which is weird. Maybe I don't have a picture of it, but I'm pretty sure these guys get crushed and they run away. It only makes sense. So over here, I believe I get Feed, which is the strength test, and no armor save, and D3 multiple wounds. So bam, Luther Huss, dead. Along with 2 other guys. I do take 3 wounds though, however, so I do end up losing this combat. I'm stubborn, I stay, thank God. But now we got rid of those lances, so it's going to be interesting from in on out, because we're not going to be having Luther Huss, and we're not going to have too much magic going on, I think. The tank and the Doom Wheel don't do too much, but we do go on into Skaven turn 2. The Bell unit squeaks up as much as it can. The Storm Vermin and the Hell Pit are still coming around. They're going to deal with those Demigriffs, come up from behind and maybe take care of those Halberdiers late game. And the Rat Darts just kind of march up to get in the way, chaff up my opponent. I'm not sure if this is the best placement, but the slaves come around to the forest. They stay outside the forest in case for some reason they get charged. I don't want to start losing ranks at any point, but I am going to try to get a charge onto the flank of those halberdiers. I believe I actually might have made a charge and I missed, but, you know, whatever. The gutter runners show up, and we're going to start poison slinging some of those cannons. I warp lightning a war machine, but nothing happens. And then I get Plague onto these guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely excellent. So I peel off about 20 guys, which is good, but then I roll up a 1, which means my opponent can choose to end it or pass it along. My opponent makes the terrible decision of passing it along, and you'll see how that works out. The only unit worth doing it to in range was these guys, so he does it to them, so half of them die. And then I roll up 5-6, and it goes again, so I hit up this unit right here, kill a bunch of guys. It goes again, so I try to kill this guy, get rid of that chaff and some points, but nope, he actually passes. And then we move along onto the Hellblaster Valley Gun, because why would we ever stop a epic plague from going around? So nothing really happens here. I was trying to get all the way back to the demigryphs, but eventually the plague stops right here. In shooting, the Doomwheel zaps the tank off the battlefield. And we continue fighting this combat. I take yet another wound, but I kill a few knights, and we keep on fighting. So over here, we go ahead and make these charges in Empire turn 3. I'm not entirely sure if I was happy about these chaffing turns, because as you'll see, I'm gonna kind of wish my guys got into combat a bit sooner. Yeah, the plague was nice and all, but you know, I don't know. Hell Pit gets charged, so we're no longer going to wait for this to happen. He'll go ahead and make the charge, so he gets his lances. He goes ahead and casts Fa's protection onto them, so I'm just going to hope that I don't roll up a result that allows me to roll to hit my opponent. And then Speed of Light gets off onto these knights, so shit's going down. And despite the Storm Banner still being in effect, this cannon finally gets to fire. We finally have a firing cannon. So, of course, target number 1 is the Grey Seer in the bell, and as usual, the Grey Seer gets shot off the bell, because he can't pass a ward save, and he cannot get a lookout, sir. So yes, I understand, everybody. The bell sucks. So we probably won't see the bell too much more. So I tried to make it work, but nope. So the volley gun goes ahead and shoots a couple wounds onto the Doomwheel here. And then these guys kill the giant rats and reform. I take no more wounds here. I instead do 2 wounds back, so I'm slowly grinding through these knights. Will be quicker, but I can't get a Thunder Stomp, which really sucks. I take 2 wounds on the Hell Pit, and I kill a Demigryph and do 1 hanging wound. So now we're on to Skaven turn 3, and the Storm Banner finally dissipates. So we went 5 player turns with this Storm Banner, which is great against Empire. Not helpful against me, because I don't think my Lightning Cannon has done one thing yet, but, you know, shit happens. So I don't know why I don't have a movement phase picture yet, but this happens. The Engineer pops out, shoots his Doom Rocket, because I really need this giant pie plate to land over all those Halberdiers and just destroy them. Just destroy them. But no, we roll 3 1s, which doesn't happen often enough. And I have to confer to a misfire chart that I've looked at once, ever. But yep, I misfired with my Doom Rocket, so it decides to go off in some random direction and kill a bunch of my own guys. So moving back to some movement, it looks like the Doomwheel goes ahead and charges into the Halberdiers, kills some guys on impact. My slaves charged the Halberdiers over here, which seemed like a good idea, but then again, when you have Steadfast, even in the forest, I still had Steadfast because there wasn't too many guys. Without the general, leadership 10, I just didn't have it, so I wasn't able to do anything. But I kill a bunch of guys, and then I pop, my slaves pop, which kill a whole bunch more guys. And unfortunately, I rolled so low in the radius that it didn't even affect the Halberdiers over there, which would have been wonderful. The Halberdiers to the right, I would have gotten D3 plus like 7 hits onto them at strength 3, but nope. So they reformed to face the other slave unit over here. For some reason, I wasn't able to kill any knights this turn, which means I lost. I actually failed my stubborn test. And then he goes ahead and chases me down, which is not great. I kind of wanted the Hell Pit to last a little bit longer. He kept those knights at bay. But at least, let me see, Luther Huss, I got... he's only 155 points. So the Hell Pit, you know, made back its points in half of the unit of knights, and Luther Huss alone. And the Stormvermin made that flank charge onto the Demigryph, and we're going to kill him, leaving just the one, and we try to chase him down, but we don't get very far. So Empire turn 4. We're still fighting the Doom Wheel. There's some more machines still left. I've got the Storm Vermin coming up from behind. The Knights are coming up from the side. But there's really not too much left here for the Empire player. And here's where shit starts going a little south for me. Without a level 4, I can't deny any of these buff spells, and he's going to go ahead and get Time Warp and Phos Protection off. In shooting, the Hell Pit actually dies from either a cannon or a Hell Blaster. What are you going to do? It looks like this Demigriff actually passes his rally test, so we're going to go ahead and kill him next turn. And he actually kills the Doom Wheel in combat. Probably one of the characters in there doing some damage. So now we've got a nice little battle line here. I'm going to have to charge in on my turn 4. Escape in turn 5, I don't have the pictures of the moves and the charges, but in shooting, I sling the cannon over here to death. The Warp Lightning cannon goes ahead and kills a bunch more knights, so now there's only 3 left. Unfortunately, I did not close the panic test. And finally, when we do go ahead and move into combat, I killed the Demigriff. I overrun, which was a bad idea. I think a bad idea. If I had gotten one more inch, though, I would have actually made the flank charge, and that would have helped over here in this combat. But it might have been good if I just reformed and moved around so I could have gotten more guys in on the flank, or maybe went after some war machines and picked up some points there. The slaves don't do too well against the halberdiers. I kill a whole bunch of halberdiers in the big combat here. You can see that there's not too many left, but the heroes that are there are causing some issues, and the spells are causing some issues. The slaves pop and kill a bunch more guys on both sides, including some of my clan rats, because he only killed a few guys, and they decided to run. So it was like D3 plus 6 or 8 hits per unit at strength 3. Empire turn 5, the Knights over here issue a charge onto the lightning cannon, but they failed it. We go in another round of grinding here. He really has no halberdiers left except the ones that made the flank charge. What I should have been doing, as a note to myself now, I should have been issuing challenges with my BSB and making way with him so that he can get killed. That sounds terrible, but so he can get killed because the guy with the freaking Wolfric armor shit, he's got 2 up ward save since the unit now has flaming, and to get rid of those flaming attacks would have helped me secure some more points in killing the characters and shit, but ugh. There's 2 halberdiers here left on the side, and I believe at this point we've got like a 3 command and then the 3 heroes that are chilling. And the spells are killing me. It's already hard to deal good damage with clan rats because they suck when it's hard to hit them and shit, and you're not going first. My clan rats usually should be going first in this situation, but not with time warp. So in Skaven turn 5, I actually ring the bell and get a 13, which kills some knights because it's D3 strength 4 wounds to everything within like 24 inches. But I'd leave 1 knight, just enough to go ahead and kill the lightning cannon when he charges me next turn. A flank charge is made here by the Storm Vermin because I really want to start killing some of these heroes, so I have to kill the champ and whittle my way through. The Bonebreaker is stuck fighting that one halberdier guy, so I'm killing him also, and then he'll eventually make way. Looks like he pulls out 1 hero here, so I was able to get some points from a character. Empire turn 6, he makes this charge, kills the lightning cannon. Free reign magic phase, so he goes ahead and gets off all the spells he needs to protect his remaining 3 or 4 heroes. The halberdier unit dies, finally. The Bonebreaker makes way, but it's just with the BSB alive, I have flaming attacks, so I'm not able to kill the 2 up ward save guy, and it's just a mess. It's a mess. The Archlector is the general. He only has heavy armor. I don't know why it's taking so long to kill him, but that's what happens. So the cannon dies, like I said, and a few heroes die here and there between our 2 units with the halberdiers. But that's it. That's game. That's turn 6. So let's see what we got. I got 1,800 points for killing his shit. A lot of points were still in the heroes that I wasn't able to get, and I wasn't able to get full points for the knights. I killed a standard in combat, I killed a character in a challenge, I got my bonus points, which is good, so that's an extra 500 points. So I had 2 different quadrants, and he only had 1. I out-quadrant him. And for the extra 1,000 points, you have a unit with fortitude within 6 inches of the center of the board. I guess I didn't get that. Oh, here it is. if both players have a unit, you split the points. So he still had his BSB, and I had my guys over there within the center. So he essentially we split those points, and I walk away with about 3,000 points, which is fine. Um, I guess in the Malorian book, that's a win. I remember listening on one video. If you score anywhere more than 2,500 points, it's a win. So I guess two people can win or two people can lose a game depending on how poorly you get your points. But hey, I scooped up some points here. Game 4. This is fun, and we'll move in to play against Dwarves last game. And then also, if you can't see in this picture, my opponent walked away with 2,500 points, it looks like. So, hope you guys enjoyed this game, and see you in the next one.